Many technology we have, but we need to understand how these all technologies are going to work together. Okay. So it is clear for everyone that we are going to work on web application. It is not mobile app and it will not be as a, you can say, system software. It will be as a web application. In web application, front end, back end concept we have. So first we'll understand this how web technology work. What is the flow of data inside the application? Okay. So for that, it will take some time. Let me explain you properly. After that, in the last, you can take the photo after understanding everything. Okay, so when we open any kind of web application like Flipkart, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, whichever the website you have opened till date. Okay? Whenever you open any website, how you open? First, we open the our system, maybe laptop, mobile, desktop, any kind of device we open, and after that, we go to the website, we type the URL, website will open, and then content will come in front of you. Okay. Till date, we have seen this all as a user point of view, correct? When you open the website, do you think how technology works behind? No, no. When you open any website, I would think like how the content is coming in front of you. You never reach till that point. Okay. Just to think like, oh, content came, correct? Okay. That is as a user point of view. You see the website like the user point of view. Now, from today onwards, when you open the website, you will look into the website developer point of view. You will think like where the data is coming from. Okay. So let's see. As a user, anyone, you, me, anyone, you want to interact with the website. So here is a web application, not website. You can say web application. This is the user. Now this user is going to interact with the web application. So how the user interaction will happen? User will open the laptop, desktop, mobile, and just he will write the URL of the website. So I will interact with the user agent, that is called browser. Browser. So this user is going to interact with a platform. That platform name is called browser. That is available. You have in multiple type of browser. Now user interaction happen to this called a browser. Next, inside the browser, content will come and it will appear in front of you. Now many technologies are there in the front end as well as back end. So which is the technology where browser is going to interact? Which technology execute in the browser? Right? So let's see. Now next, this is a block that represent the front end, and this is another block that represent the back end. Front end and back end. Front end and back end. Inside back end, what will happen? That will understand the next step. First, get idea of the front end. When the user interaction happen with the web application is going to interact, show you something. So this becomes the list of your front end technology. Front end technologies. This becomes a front end technology, and this becomes your back end technology. Back end technologies. Front end technology as well as back end. Now in the front end technology, you have multiple. In that, you have one called HTML. This HTML, the language is designed in such a way, it is going to interact with the browser here. It's going to interact with the browser for two purposes. Take the request from user as an input, and based on given input, display something to the user, it's called as an output. Input and output. HTML, wherever used, whether used with the Java, used with the Python, used with the PHP, used with the Node.js, used with any of the language, it is going to help you in this way. Number one, it will take the input, and number two, it will display the output. Input and output. These two work will be done by HTML. HTML is designed for that purpose. Input and output. If HTML will not do the input and output, then Java developer Python developer who say like my language is such a strong language, I don't need support from anywhere. They will not use the HTML. Correct? The people, Oracle people who create the forms and all, they will say like I don't need kind of HTML. Okay. Everyone will be the .NET people. They will not use the HTML to display the content. Processing you do anywhere, you store the data anywhere. But when the matter will come to produce your output in the browser, okay, you must have to come to here. That is called which one? HTML. Okay. So in HTML, what we have? So in HTML, we have two things. Number one, it is going to collect the input from user. Number two, it is going to display the output to user. HTML have sufficient to take the input and display the output, but user expectation is different. User will say like when the laptop is in front of me, I will open the Amazon in the laptop. But when I am traveling somewhere, mobile is in my hand, I will open the Amazon in the mobile itself, right? So what you are expecting when you open the website in the laptop, the website should work proper in the laptop. When you open the same website in the mobile phone, the website should work proper in the mobile phone. Correct or not? So your need, what is your need? Your need is minimum two. Number one, the page should work proper in the laptop and page should work proper in the mobile phone. HTML says like I have sufficient feature. I can collect the input from user via browser. I can display. But at the same time, if suppose someone will say in mobile look like it is mobile and in laptop look like it is laptop, then HTML will say sorry. I don't have that much of access. I can take the input, I can display the output. But when the matter will come device wise, when the matter will come responsive design, HTML will say no, that I cannot do. I can take the input output, but according to device, I cannot rearrange the content. Behind that, another technology will come. That is called this one. Is it? CSS. CSS says like I don't have much interaction with the browser. I cannot deal with the browser directly because I have list of property value, but I don't have a tag so that I can deal with the browser. Then HTML will say no problem. I have feature. I'm dealing with the browser already. You help me out. We both will combine together and will go in the browser. So directly, if you want like something to do through the CSS, you cannot do. CSS must have to combine with HTML, and after that it can do something. So what CSS is going to support? Where the CSS is going to support? CSS says like I have lot of different type of feature that is not exist in HTML. That is limited in HTML. If you want also you cannot use in HTML. Then CSS will say like no problem. I can mix with the HTML and both will combine together and according to need will be have in the browser. If the device is laptop, will display the content according to laptop. If the device is a small device, will display the content according to the small device. So a person who is going to work with the web technology, a person who is going to work on the Angular, React, or further entire any other technology, they must be good in this first. Which one? HTML and CSS. Okay, because layout will come from here only. Layout design, whenever you are going to do, the layout design will come from the HTML and CSS only. Whichever version you are following, keep following, but knowledge is required. Both must be. Dependency we should know. So when we learn here, how we learn? While learning HTML, I will not mix the CSS. First, I will teach you only HTML separate. 2 days. After getting the idea of HTML, what HTML can do, what HTML cannot do. Okay. Then you will come to know this all can be done through HTML and this is not possible through HTML. Automatically, you will be ready to learn the CSS. Once you go in CSS, then we have to use both HTML and CSS together. Because directly CSS cannot do anything in the browser. CSS must have to combine with HTML and then go to the browser. So while learning, we will be merging CSS and HTML together, and after that we go. First step HTML finished, then come to the CSS, and then while implementing the CSS, HTML and CSS together. Next, after that, we have one library that is CSS library, that is all this one, Bootstrap. Okay, this will be our third step. This will be our third step. That comes from here. That comes from here. To reach till Bootstrap, we need to have a knowledge of CSS. If you get the knowledge of CSS, Bootstrap will be easy for you. Within 5-6 classes sufficient. You will learn each and everything. Right? So this is our first month syllabus, HTML, CSS and Bootstrap. Layout design, everything we learn properly. Multiple type of homework you have. Multiple type of, you can say, possibility will be there. In which device, how it should appear, in which device, how it, that's called responsive design. We will be learning all that today. This all pages, whatever you are going to create in HTML and CSS Bootstrap, this will be a static page. It will not be a dynamic page. It will take your input, but it will not display the output. Because HTML, CSS, Bootstrap have no such feature to process your data. It will take the data, but it will not display the output of that. Or it will display the common data to everyone. According to your input, it will not display the output. If you enter 5 plus button, HTML will say, sorry, this much is only. I cannot display 10. Okay. If you enter 10 plus 10, HTML says this much only. I cannot display the 20. Because processing capacity is not there. Where? Under the HTML, CSS and your Bootstrap. Then you have to learn the next part. That is called JavaScript. JavaScript will come here. That is the second step. In JavaScript, here this point will come. JavaScript, what is going to happen is, it's a part of your browser only. It is going to execute in the browser, but without any proper UI, you will not get proper idea of JavaScript. So first, user interface designing is important. Then the JavaScript will give you much importance. So what we do is, first we'll finish the first three, and after that, HTML will interact with the JavaScript. After that, JavaScript will do your processing work, and it will return back to HTML, and then it will display to the browser. So here in JavaScript again, input will happen via HTML. Who will bring the input? HTML will bring. From where it will bring? From the browser. Right? Once you finish this JavaScript, then you will be agree to go in multiple way. JavaScript have so many library, so many frameworks in the market. So what will happen is, next, after JavaScript, you can go in this way. If person want to learn, they can learn the jQuery. They can learn here for jQuery. If the person want to learn, they can go for the Vue.js. They can go for the React. They can go for the Redux. They can go for the multiple frameworks that are available in the market. They can go for the TypeScript, right? Then here called Angular will come from the TypeScript, right? Many more frameworks are there in the market. All are part of the JavaScript. So let's see here. This become one, this become another set, this become next set, this become a next set. So while implementing, now what we'll do, based on your choice, you will finish the JavaScript, and then you will jump into the respective of dependent technology, something like this. Before learning Angular, we will learn the TypeScript. Before TypeScript, we learn the JavaScript. And again, after learning JavaScript, you will have multiple options to move ahead. Right? So this till here, what will happen is, you will be under the front end only. These all are the part of your front end. Inside now, still you have not implemented the API. Next API will come. So for API, we require the backend. So in backend again, where the backend will come, who will create the backend? You are going to learn only front end. Then in that case, I have another solution. That solution is this. Let me go here, right here. One is called JSON server. With the help of that, we can create a mock server. One option that we will be implementing. When we are going through the JavaScript, then in JavaScript, we have to implement the API. How will write? Where will write? In the Angular, we have to implement the API. In the React, we have to implement the API. Until unless you are not aware of the backend, where you will implement. So most of the people will start skipping from here. From which part? When the matter will come to interact with the backend, right? So we will be implementing here properly this JSON server. JSON server will help you to create a very good API, and after that, with the help of that, we can do each and every functionality that is possible through this all front-end technology. Then how that work? It work like this. Let's see. This become your multiple technology. JavaScript also can interact with the backend. Your React Angular all can interact with the backend. So I'll go here now next. This become a, you can say, API call that you are going to communicate from the front end to backend. So your JavaScript, when the JavaScript want to send some data to the backend, JavaScript can use the concept of API. Let me make little changes here. Let some changes here. After that, I'll do something here. I'll do something here. Right. Now see. We make little back line here. JavaScript have something called jQuery Ajax. With the help of we can send the data here. jQuery have jQuery Ajax. We can send the data here. Again, React have the fetch Axios. We can send the data here. Angular have the HTTP client. We can send the data here. And this part will be called your. This is called JSON. And indirectly, this point where you are going to interact from the front end and back end, this part is called API. It will be in the two way, secure and unsecure. If you are going through the backend language, if you are learning the backend, then we will be learning how to implement the REST API. If you are not learning the backend, we will understand here how to implement the SOAP API, unsecure API. So for the front end people, the JSON implementation, API implementation will happen from here. JSON server. In that, we'll learn how to create API, how to create API here. How to create API. So to complete this entire process, you need to have sufficient time, somewhere 3 months that I have explained yesterday. 3 month time it is going to take under this area. After that, you will be ready. Next, if you are planning to go for the backend, then in the backend, there will be two set of technology. One will be for your database that will come here. Database can be MongoDB or can be MySQL, MongoDB or can be MySQL. MongoDB will come here as a database. And after that, we have a set of technology that is called server-side processing language. Server-side processing language. Processing language. In server-side processing language, you have multiple languages in the market. So in that, maybe you can say some people use Java as a backend, some people use PHP as a backend, some people use Node.js as a backend, some people use Python as a backend, some people use .NET as a backend, right? So depend on the project requirements, you will be implementing it. Now, whether you are using any of the backend languages, in the backend language, all the backend language have a feature called web service. Web service. Feature called web service. This web service is going to make you a kind of a bridge where you can bring the data from multiple source and you can store in one place in a database. Because database is a secure area, it cannot interact with the JavaScript directly. JavaScript is a client-side processing language, it will execute in user computer. User can hack your application within a minute only. So JavaScript says like, no, I should not have any interaction with the database because I will be interacting with the user directly. Angular React also has a similar condition. These all are going to interact with the user directly. So which is the technology that is going to make your database secure? That is called your backend language. Backend language says like, I will never execute in the user computer. I will be always in the server. Like suppose you are writing Java code, Python code. This will not go to the user computer. The processing will happen always in the server. Input will come from user, but processing will happen in the server. Right? So this backend language says like, yes, I will have a concept of API where based on database, if the database is SQL related database, then you have to write the SQL query here. If the database is NoSQL related, then we have to work on the JSON part, JSON format data. So here I will write this will call as it can be SQL or it can be NoSQL. NoSQL concept based on the database. It is not necessary that always NoSQL will be there or SQL, which database you are following. Based on that, you have to write here, and then your backend language will get the request from the front end, and from front end, whichever the data will come, your backend web service, whichever you are writing, this web service is going to process your data here, verify your data, validate your data. If everything is well, then finally this backend language will send your data to the database, and based on again need, the backend language will get the data from the database. So this entire activity happen when you browse any kind of web application on internet. When we go to the Flipkart and click on any kind of link, lot of product will appear. We have to think like where these products are coming from. Those products are not available in your browser, not available somewhere. Those products come from where? Database. Okay. On the click, request will go from the front end to back end. From the back end, request will go to database. Database, lot of query will fire. Then data will come here. From here again, it will go to the JSON. From JSON, it will come to the front end. From front end, it will go to the HTML, and then it will come to the back. See how long process, right? Okay. So while learning, while implementing, it is not possible like in one class you will become a full stack developer, or in one day you will become a full stack developer. Okay. It takes some time to understand and takes some time to implement. Okay. Right. If someone is in urgent in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 10 days, why I am not become to developer? Not possible. Okay. Sufficient with a cool mind, you have to sit and you have to attend, you have to learn, then only something will happen. Right. This all are the entire journey. I have given the photo no, yesterday, right? That photo was designed in little with the very cool mind. This is somehow I have designed it, right? If you want to take photo, take photo. This is the syllabus overall. In that, our starting point is the first one here. That is called as a HTML. Anyone want to say something? Anyone to add something? You want to delete something from this list? Please suggest me. I will follow you. You can on your mic and you can say something. Any input? No? Okay, let's go then. If you want to take photo, please take the photo. After that, I'll come to the HTML part. We have some theory things to make a note and write it.
Serum, how many months it will take to complete the front end?
Full stack, front end, back end, the 4 month total, exact 4 month.
Especially the front end, how long it will take?
Front end 3 month.
3 months. Okay.
Front end 3 months, front end and back end total 4 months.
Okay.
First month Monday to Friday, second month Monday to Friday, third month Monday to Saturday, third month not Monday to Saturday, third month Monday to Monday, fourth month also Monday to Monday. First month, second month, first month HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, second month JavaScript. In the third month React Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday project. In the fourth month also Monday to Friday syllabus and Saturday, Sunday project. That is
And
the
what about Angular?
Angular. If we choose, then the batch will be different.
Okay.
After JavaScript, we will have option to choose either Angular or React. Till JavaScript, everything will be together. After JavaScript, we'll split the people 1.5 hour before and 1.5 hour later.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
This is called database. This is called database. Okay. So what will happen is in database, data will store. Correct. So in database, data will come from where? Correct. In database, data will come from where? It will be given by user. Correct. So when you go to the Facebook and you post a photo today, do you interact with the database directly? No. Do you interact? No, no. When you write an email to someone, you interact with the database? No. You interact with the UI. You interact with the where? User interface. Their HTML will come in front of you and they'll take, okay, give me your input, what you have. Correct? After that, your input will be given to whom? JavaScript. JavaScript will send your input to where? Backend. Now backend will be developed using the Python, Node.js. Because database is like, I cannot communicate with the front-end language. Database has no any feature to communicate with the front-end language. And front-end language also have no any feature to communicate with the database. Okay? But data has to go to where? Database. And data has to come from where? Database. Then there must be a technology that have a good relation with the database, that can communicate with the database. Then in that case, this language will come. What is that? Server-side processing. I've written some names also. Okay. So server-side processing language has say like, yes, using the left hand, I can communicate with the front-end technology, and using the right hand, I can communicate with the database. I can take the input from the front end using the left hand, and I can verify it. If everything is well, I can pass to the database. Because the backend language whichever you have, it's called a server-side processing language. Backend language will execute always in the server. Okay. Once you come in JavaScript, you will understand why entire market running behind the JavaScript last 5-6 years. Okay. The people who develop the JavaScript, they have developed the language in such a way, your input will be processed by your PC in your computer. Your input will be processed by your PC. Where? In your system. Like suppose you open the Facebook, right? And you enter something. At a time, how many users interact with the Facebook? Unlimited user. Correct? At a time, how many people use the Gmail? Unlimited user. Correct? At a time, how many users use the WhatsApp? Unlimited user. Right? Any limitation? No limitation at all. Right? Still the server will handle indirect request. See, server-side language says, when you want to process the data, if you give me the data, I will process. Like suppose you want to print 1 to 100. One user came, click on a button. Request went to backend. Backend start running a loop. 1 to 100 time it will run for one user. Second user will come, he will also click on button. Again request will go to a backend. Backend will run again loop how much? 1 to 100. Now the loop is running for one user. The third user will come, what has to be done? Third user has to wait or not? Because the server side language says like, I am the only one, and users are how many? Unlimited users. At a time, 100 user will come in the website, 100 user will send the request. Server side language will say, yes, I can process the data one by one. One person processing is happening, wait, another person processing. You have experience. You open the banking application in the early morning, you will find very fast. Open saying banking application in the afternoon, you will find very slow. Reason is what? Banking application will be based on server side processing. Their entire request will be processed by whom? Server. Server is only one, and client are how many? Unlimited users. Correct? But go to the Gmail. In morning also super fast, and in afternoon also super fast. Go to the WhatsApp, in any time it is super fast. Go to the Facebook, always super fast. Reason is what? This language, this website will utilize your processor, your RAM, your ROM. For what purpose? To process your data in your PC. And process data will go to where? Site. Right? Some time is required to understand. You will come to know, oh, JavaScript is such a great language, because of that's become famous in the market. Okay? Right? Now, see, what is where we were like, we wanted to send our data to database, but database said like, I cannot interact with the front end. No such feature. Your HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, Angular, React, Vue.js have no such feature to interact with the database. But data has to go database. How it will go? There must be a language, no? Who can communicate with the both the party, correct? From the front end as well as back end. That is called server side processing. And in the server, you may have heard already on internet everywhere, RESTful API. Have you heard somewhere? RESTful API? API, at least API. Leave that. If you have not heard, let's understand where is API. When you use your phone pay use, right? When you check your balance, then where you check your balance? In your phone pay, no? Where is your phone pay? In your mobile, correct? But where is your money? In mobile or bank? Bank, right? How the confirmation will come to your mobile saying like there's a 10,000 in account? Disconnect the internet once and then check the balance. Will happen. Sometime you pay the money, processing is going on. What is that? All are the game of API, yeah. Entire whatever the web application you are using in the market now, app, everything, website, all are work on the which one? API based. Where is the data? Data is in the server. Where is the client? Client is in the user phone. Now from user phone, request has to go to where? Server. Correct. Servers will say, please wait, I'm processing. Hold on. Phone will say, okay, roaming, going on. Correct. After some time, timeout will happen. Then it will say under process. The reason is what? Your request went to the server. Server was busy. Your request went under the pending order. After some time, confirmation will come, either success or fail. Sometimes server will be fast, click, immediately response will come. Your data is not in your phone. Data is where? In the bank server, right? From your phone, request will go to where? Bank server. From bank server, response will come to your phone, right? Understood? That is the API. That is called what? API call. As a developer, when you learn JavaScript and after that, once you implement it, then you will understand, oh, how this entire apps are working. Where is the data? Where is coming? How it's coming? And then after learning half of the JavaScript, now suppose example, when you communicate with any of your friend in the WhatsApp, you will say hi, send. After some time, he will reply you hi, send. Correct? Again, after some time, will write, how are you? Send. He will reply, I am fine, send. What was your message? Your message was, hi, how are you? Correct? Why you send 2 times? You put the entire network in trouble 2 times. From your phone, your message will go hi to where? Server. From server, again, the same message will deliver to your friend. Correct? Again, he will reply, hi. That message will go to where? Server. Again, from server, that message will come to you. Correct? So you wanted to know, hi, how are you? You write once and no, that you will do after learning JavaScript. Till you will not know JavaScript, you will do as usual. But after learning JavaScript, the way of writing of the message will get changed. Guaranteed. You will understand the complexity of network, how it works inside. Okay, how your message will get delivered from your phone to your friend phone. Okay, you will feel like, let me give little relax to the network. I will not write message again and again. Whatever I want, let me ask to them. Okay. Okay, so let's come. Those all discussion will keep happening. Huh? Library. Okay, so I don't know what is the knowledge you have till now, but understand in this way. Library, you can say collection of one kind of feature, one place, or leave the technology. In the market, you see independent house, and you see the apartment. In apartment, how many houses? Multiple houses. And in independent, how many houses? One houses. So when you say independent house, that is called a library. And when you say apartment, that is called a framework. Framework is a collection of library. Okay, and library is the only one library. Only one is called as a library. But when it's a collection of multiple library, it becomes a what? Framework. Okay. Not even library, not even the framework. It is the next step of JavaScript. Okay. Your Angular is written in TypeScript. Angular is written in TypeScript. Why? Because inside Angular, you have to write the code in JavaScript. And that JavaScript, ECMAScript 5 and 6 is very difficult. Okay, developer, if you want any developer to write directly ECMAScript 5 and 6 code, they will say, sorry, I cannot. Okay, TypeScript is like, no problem. I have some relaxation for developer. If you are knowing if you know the call as a object-oriented programming in JavaScript, then use the TypeScript and write your program whatever you wanted in TypeScript using object-oriented programming. And TypeScript compiler will convert that object-oriented JavaScript programming into ECMAScript 6. Understood here or not? To write the code directly under the React or where under the Angular, you have to write ECMAScript 6. That is the difficult part. Okay. Then what is the relaxation in the market? The people develop the TypeScript saying like, let's do one thing. Angular code, don't write directly in the EC6. Okay. Write where under the TypeScript. And TypeScript is the object-oriented programming, JavaScript. If you know object-oriented programming in JavaScript, you write
ఫోటో
it.
అనుకుని వచ్చి అప్పుడు బుక్ చేసింది.
After that, your TypeScript will convert your object-oriented programming into the ECMAScript 6, correct? And that ECMAScript 6 will be the final product of your Angular. So when you upload the Angular project in server, it will not be the TypeScript code. It will be the ECMAScript 6 code. Okay. Angular, the React what you are writing, it will convert in the last in the ECMAScript 6. That is a complete JavaScript code only. But as a developer, none of the developer can write 100% ECMAScript 6. Okay. So that we have relaxed saying like, okay, write where? Under the TypeScript. TypeScript will convert into ECMAScript 6. Something like this, if you can see, you will come to know where is my folder. My folder is here. Let me go here and show you. Suppose if I go to this folder, there is a build. In this, there should be one build. Okay, see this code. If you see this code, you may understand that, oh, this look like is a code. Suppose I open this file. Open this file, okay? This code is able to read or not? This code is able to read? Is it English language? Line space is there, semicolon is there, something, ABCD is written, we can read it. Okay, this is written by developer. Okay, when we write like this. Okay, but when this code want to go to the server, it will not go like this. How it will go? I'll show you. Look at here, build. Inside the build, there is a JavaScript code. The code I have shown you, that is the original code that is written by us. Okay, and the code will convert, will go to the production server. How it will look? Main.js file. This main.js file. Open this file and see that. Now you see in this, anything possible to read? This is called a minified code. A space is not there. And number 2, complete ECMAScript 6 and 5 formula. Okay, the code what I have shown you, same code is converted into this formula. If you ask anyone to write the code like this, possible? Not possible. This is called the build program. The final that is going to the server. So what we have relaxation, saying like, no, don't write such complex code. What to do? Write it in normal language. Object-oriented programming, right? That is called TypeScript. And TypeScript compiler will help you to convert entire code into the ECMAScript. Okay, come, let's write something. We were here after this. We have something to make the note. You carry notebook.
Sir, should we learn OOPS concept, sir?
In JavaScript?
Yes, sir.
Right, JavaScript we have OOPS. One module we have for 1 week. In JavaScript we have one module that is called class object. That will go for a week, nearly 5 classes. Go from there. Okay, so I hope you have something to make a note.
Sir, is JavaScript is an OOPS concept, sir?
JavaScript
Is an OOPS, it's an object-oriented language, sir. Is it?
In JavaScript we have object-oriented language. JavaScript support everything. JavaScript support everything. OOPS, non-OOPS, all. Developer guide. Okay, now from you, many people are aware of HTML. You have seen on internet, you have studied, you know also, maybe you are working also. Now, if anyone asks, what is HTML, what will answer? If anyone asks, what is HTML, what will answer? Okay. Let's change a little
It is
definition.
an hypertext markup language.
Yeah, come again, please.
It is an hypertext.
You are saying the full form. I also
It is an
asked
hypertext.
HTML. You are telling me the full form of the HTML. Don't answer that from today onwards. Okay. If anyone asks what is the HTML, don't say hypertext markup language. He also told the same thing, no? He told the shortcut. You are saying the full form. Okay. Hypertext markup language. Okay. And
So it contains any tags, sir? HTML.
that is the only main problem, right? You want to convey some message, but right, you have some message to convey to someone. Now, how to convey? That is the big matter, right? You have something answer to say someone, right? Where to start, where to end, correct? That is a matter or not? Okay, right. So we have to work on that. Okay, we have to work on that. Let's see. I will also write here hypertext markup language only. But if anyone asks from me what is the HTML, I will not say HTML, call hypertext markup language. We'll write something in this way. Okay, let's go. HTML, when you say definitely it's called same thing what you told, hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language, the full form of it. Hypertext. Right. Next, what is inside HTML? How you are going to implement? Who wrote, when wrote, I don't know. But where to use, how to use, what is inside, that we are going to study. Okay. So let's write. It has collections of HTML has collections of predefined tags. HTML has collections of predefined tags. Okay. Now, the HTML tags used to create basic structure of web page. Basic structure of web page. Inside HTML, what is that? As a developer, you have to answer. You have to answer like as a developer. You have to answer from inside. You don't answer from outside. That everyone answers. Okay. Don't say HTML call hypertext markup language. You know also. Okay. Start from here. Saying like HTML, it has a collections of predefined tags. Means you are forcing the person. You ask me the next question. What is the collection of predefined tags? Okay. Right. Next, we will say the HTML tags, whichever we have, with the help of HTML tag, we are going to create the basic structure of web page, right? Now, why only basic structure of web page? Because of this reason. The HTML tags has limited property and values. Property and values. On internet, when you read, people also write attribute and value. Attribute and value and property and value, both are same thing. Technology wise, some people, somewhere you will read as a property, somewhere you will read as a attribute. Okay. So we can say the HTML which we have, list of tags are there, and with the help of that, you can create the basic structure of web page. When matter will come, why only basic structure, why can't advance? Then the problem is in HTML tag, we have some limitation. What is that limitation? It has this one. It has limited property and values. Whichever the tags we have, in that tag we have some limitation. That limitation is of property and values. Then, but we want to create advanced page. How to make this? Then CSS will extend next to that. CSS will say, don't worry, I don't have tag, but I have only collection of property and values. Right? Who will say? CSS. CSS says like, I don't have tags, but I have only property and value. Then developer will take the tags from HTML and property value from the CSS. Combine together and fulfill all the requirement. Okay. Same thing I'm going to write below. Let's see here. This college, it has limited property and values. Next line I'll write. One more line I'll write related to CSS. CSS, it says like cascading style set. Cascading style. What is inside this? So that under the CSS we have, it has collections of only property and value. Collections of only property and values. It has only collections of property and values. Now you saw in one side is HTML, In photo you have seen HTML is ready to deal with the browser. Taking HTML will take care of the input as well as output. In the photo you have seen, but HTML says like due to some limitation, device wise I can't perform better. I have some limited property value. Then CSS says like you don't worry, I am just behind you. I have only property value. Okay. What I wrote, it has collections of property and value. Let me write here. It used to change look and feel. Look and feel of that page. It used to change the look and feel of the web page. Now, how that work? You can write here. How it work? How it work? It work like this. A responsive web page. Responsive web page. Where it will come from? Then we have to take the HTML, and from HTML we'll take the tags, plus we have to take the CSS, and from CSS we'll take the property and values. Okay, this way, entire world follow this one. From HTML take the tags, and from CSS take the property and values. Right, after that both will combine together, and then it will fulfill all the responsive word I have written here. Responsive means it is going to fit in all the devices. It is going to work in all the devices. Okay. So that line is ended here. HTML, what it will do? It will create a basic structure of web page. What is inside? It has collections of tags. And what is not inside HTML? That is called property values are not there. So that we have to take the help from CSS. CSS will come. CSS will give their all property value to the HTML. HTML will have both now. Property value from the CSS and tag from HTML. Both will combine together, and then finally go to the browser and display the product. Next point, start from here. That is the 6th point we wanted to understand today. Okay. First question called, not first question is the next. This comes here like tags. When you say tag, what is that and how that look like? Okay. Tag we will write, then we'll come to know, but the structure of the tag is like this. This is called open tag and this is called close tag. You have seen everywhere. This come under the user defined tag also, and this will come under the predefined tag also. If we are going to use the HTML tag, that also look like this. If you are creating our own tag, that also look like this. This is called open and this is called a close. Open and close. Also you can say start and end. Next question comes. Inside HTML there is a collections of tags. Then when a developer is going to use these tags, then based on what parameter they are going to categorize, how they are going to use, how you are going to apply the CSS, there must be something in that. So first I'll write here type of tags. How many type of tags you have, right? Read on internet, you will find 100 type of answer, and none of the answer will help you to reach to your proper destination. Okay. From today onwards, I will show you on internet. I will compare in your day-to-day life, and based on that, you should change your definition from today. Okay. Whenever someone asks how many type of tags we have in HTML, type of tag, how many type of tag we have in HTML. Okay. Though let's go to your day-to-day life. When you come to the YouTube, that always you follow. What do you do in YouTube? You watch the video, correct? Watch video only, no? That is called input or output. When you watch the video, it is input or output? Output, yeah. It is the output in the form of video, correct? When you go to Gmail, what you do? Email you will see. That is called output. You will also write email to someone. When you write email, you will enter your to whom you want to send, subject line, body, attachment, something. That is called a input. Someone have sent the email to you. So for him it was input, and for you it converted into output. You are writing the email to the someone else. So for you it's the input. For him it will become a right. What you do in Twitter? In Twitter, what you do? When you open the Twitter, what you do? You see the messages of the user, correct? Everything is called as output. You also comment someone, correct? You post someone, correct? So when you post or comment something, for you it's an input, and for the end user it's become as a output. In Facebook today you celebrated the birthday, uploaded the photo. So for you it's become as a input. Your friend is sitting another side. For him become as a output. He will comment, become as a input. Comment will display to you, become as a output. Anything else apart from this? You go to the Flipkart, you see the list of photos, product and all. Where is come from? Seller will upload. So when the seller will upload the photo, write the description of the product. For him it's become as a input. When as a buyer we go and see the product, for us become as a output. When we place the order, it's become the input for us. The order will go to the seller, become as a output for him. Correct or not? When after recording these classes, I will upload the video in our website, that becomes an input for me. It will ask which subject, which batch, correct? Which video sequence. I need to enter everything. But once you will log in, you will see the video, you will play from there. For you, it becomes as a output. And for me, it's become as a input. Anything else you have done in entire life on the website, anywhere? Nothing else? That is only reality, brothers. The HTML, whichever the tags are there in HTML, it is categorized into two groups, two categories. One is called input category, another one is called as output category. Yes, there is so many type of input tag and there is so many type of output tag. But all the HTML tags from today onwards, if anyone asks how many type of tags are there in HTML, then you can say, as per my experience, I have seen on internet, whichever the website I see, either I do the input or I see the output. Correct? Definitely we write the code, you will come to know. Okay. So based on entire experience, you are going to divide into two parts, input tag as well as output tag. Right? Under the input tag, we have various things. Under the output tag also, we have the various things. Okay. So let's see now. So right here, the first one, point number 1. This is out of 6 points, this is the first point. Okay. One is called this one, input tags. And second one is called as a output tags. Okay. Input tag and output tag. Short line definition you can write. It used to collect input from user. It used to collect input from user. Okay. And second one, output tag. It used to display output to user. Output to user. Okay. But output to user, only HTML cannot interact with the user, right? HTML interacts with the browser and user interaction will happen to the browser. HTML is somewhere in the language, it's going to interact with the application. So you can say when the user interaction will happen, number 1, user is going to give some input, and number 2, user is going to see some output. The input, wherever you enter, that is definitely different than the output. Different or same? Input, wherever you enter, it is different than output or not? When you register in some website, suppose Naukri, you will enter your name, email, mobile, phone, everything. Input place is different. When you go to the view profile, it will display different. Both places are same or different? Different, yeah. Both are different container. That is the only main understanding part. If you understand that, that meaning you understood the HTML. Okay, right? Let's come. So from today onwards, when you open the website and website will ask, contact us, enter your name and mobile number. You will feel like this is the input tag where I'm going to enter my details. Okay. Now come. Next point we have called, suppose there is so many input tag and so many output tag. Okay. Now you are going to write the code. As a developer, you will start writing the code. You will find All input tags are not similar. The syntax of all input tags are different. All the output tag syntax are not similar. It is different. That is called as what? A structure of the tag. Okay. So you will write a point here called a structure of the tag. A structure of tags. How that look like? Okay. The first point. You have seen already in the YouTube. You have seen in the different website. Now you need to understand, oh, this is called this one. The first is called as a dependent tag. And second is called independent tag. Independent tag. Dependent tag as well as independent tag. Okay. Now independent tag, dependent tag. How to understand this? Before writing any single line definition, understand their example wise. Suppose example. Here. You have seen on internet HTML tag open like this and HTML tag close like this. Correct or not? Correct? You have seen also body tag open like this and it's get closed like this. Correct? BODY. DY. Even we can also write our tag ABC open and we can write here called ABC as a close. So when we write like this becomes a predefined tag and this becomes a user. But look at the structure of both. You can see one side is open without slash, another side is closed with slash, right? So from today onwards, whichever the tag you see in any video, in anywhere, right? If you see the tag is open and tag is closed somewhere, that is called a dependent tag. Right? If you not follow this rule, suppose HTML is open here and HTML is not closed. So what will happen is your document, the HTML code, what you are going to write, where HTML start, where HTML end, it's called a document. One particular tag is open but not closed. Now tomorrow you will run your page. Your JavaScript will come. JavaScript will come. What is the structure of the document? JavaScript will start in the beginning. Tag is open. Where is the end? Nowhere. Means your document is unstructured document. Okay. HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, PHP, many languages will allow to execute. Angular will say, sorry, template parsing error. You are not following that proper template. React will say JSX mismatch. Sorry, you are not following the proper syntax structure. Right? So we need to know which is the tag is dependent and which is the tag is independent. Apart from that, if you are not following this rule regulation, your page will become browser dependent. It will work proper in one browser, it will not work proper in the different version of the browser. Same version, different version it will work. Right? You will write the code for 10 hours and you will fix the bug for the next 3 months. Okay. So this is which one? Important part. To understand what is the dependent tag? Those tags in HTML open separate and close separate. That is called as a dependent. You can write here single line answer. Those tags open and close. Open and close separate. Those tags. You are not saying particular tag. In HTML, whichever the tag you have, whether you are writing your own or it's a predefined tag. If open separate and close separate, it's called a dependent. And if you are not closing the tag, means your page is not going to page is going to start somewhere. Okay. Next, what is the independent tag? Independent slash, you can write here called self-closing tag. Self-closing tag. Independent as well as self-closing tag. What is that self-closing tag? Look at here. You will see on internet, many people write like this, BR. Many people write like this, HR. Many people write like this, XYZ. Right? This tags become as independent. Open is there, but close is not there. Become as independent. When Angular React came in the market, Angular React said like, Angular and React is famous to read the content of the page, execute the page in the fast. In that DOM, something we have in JavaScript study called DOM. DOM play the role. Now suppose you have opened the tag, you have not closed the tag. How the compiler will come to know whether it is dependent or independent? Okay. error will come directly. So the new rule got applied, saying like, let's do one thing. Don't leave that like this. Apply the slash in the last. Apply the slash in the last. So what will happen? It will not be only independent. It will be independent, and along with that, it will become a self-closing. Open and close together. So in HTML, whichever the tags you will see, if open is there and slash is in the last, that is called a self-closing. And whichever the tag you see, open separate and close separate, that is called a dependent tag. Come now. So out of 4, 2 points you got. 4 points you got. One is the type of tag, input and output. Another one is called dependent as well as independent. Next, another one we have called a behavior point of view. Whether you wrote the input tag or output tag, dependent tag, independent tag, no problem. After writing the code, when the output will come in the browser, how the tag is going to behave, right? That is called the behavior of the tag. Behavior of tags. Behavior of tags. That is the point number 1 again, right? One is called block level tag, and another one is called inline tag. Block level tag as well as inline tag. Block level tag and inline tag. Block level tag and inline tag. Okay, block level tag as well as inline tag. Now let me show you block level tag how it looks and inline tag how it will look. After that we'll write here something. Okay, I'll open something, our website. After going to that website, when my screen is open in the large monitor, you can see contents are coming side by side. Suppose take the example of this 2 lines. Classroom training, online training. A screen width is such a big. Now both are coming side by side. That is called the inline. Okay. When some content appear in the page side by side, one after another, that is called the inline behavior. Okay. Below also many things are there. It's coming in the same line. Here also you can see. Let's come down here. 4 blocks are there. This is also coming in the same line because the screen size is bigger as well as the content will fit properly. Behavior is inline. Okay. But same page, if you open in mobile phone, then what will happen? In laptop, you are displaying 4 blocks, and in mobile phone also display the 4 blocks. What will be the structure of the content? It will become compressed or not? Right? Someone want to read something, eye is affected eye, they will zoom out. When they'll zoom out, one block will go to somewhere else. Again, they have to zoom in. User experience will be bad. Right? So our CSS will come from behind, and it will say, no, will not work like that. User experience will be bad. Let me identify if the window size is big size. Then let's come in the same line. That is called a behavior as a inline. And if the window size is small, then don't come in the same line. Window size is small. Please shift to the new line. Means what? Become a block level. See, as of now, these 4 blocks are coming in the same line. The behavior is inline. When I go to the small device, something like this, let me go and come down. Where was that block? Here. Can you see? All are shifted to where? New line. Beginning 2 more links was there. Let me go here. These 2 was coming side by side. Now where it is going? It is going to the new line. So when the content appears side by side, it's called as a inline. When it goes top to bottom, it's called as a which one? Block. And that is called responsive design. When a person says like I can design a responsive page, meaning is what? He should create a page that should fit in all the devices. The content should fit in all the devices. And to make your content fit in all the devices, you must have to aware of behavior of HTML tag and how to change the behavior with the help of CSS. Inline to block and block to inline. Open the Amazon in the mobile phone maybe. One product will come. We have to slide for next product, slide for the next product. Open in the laptop, 3 products will come in one line. 3 photo will come in one line. Right? So when the large device, then the behavior is inline. When the small device, behavior is block. Okay. Let's go here. What I will write in this? those tags that print in new line by default. Those tags that print the statement in the new line by default, that is called a block level tag. After that, in the inline case, you can write those tags that print in same line. Same line meaning is what? Same line meaning is side by side. Side by side. That is called what? Inline tag. That is spelling is wrong. Those tags that print in the same line, right? That is called a line by line. Another line also you should not forget to write. Right here called using CSS. Using CSS, you can write in the case of node. Okay, in that case of node. Using CSS, what we will do? Number one, block level tag we can convert into inline tag. Number one. Point number B, inline tag with the help of block level tag we can convert into inline, as well as inline tag we can convert into block level, right? With the help of which one? CSS. And that is called responsive design. That is called responsive web page design. That is called a responsive web page design. Okay, that is called a responsive web page design. Written. Now look at the 2 point. First 2 point from where? How many type of tag you have? Then 2 times. One is called input, another one is called output. Then when you write the code, you will find 2 type of structure. Some tag will be open and close. Some tag will be only open. So whenever the tag is open and close, it's called as a dependent tag. When the tag is only open with slash, it's called as a independent tag. After that, after writing the code, once you run the page, you will find some tag is printing the statement in the new line and some tag will print the statement in the same line. When it print in the new line, it's called as a block level tag. When it print in the same line, it's called as a inline tag. Correct? 6 point will remember. I'll create an example and show you. Before that, let me go here into someone else's website. From here, you should tell me. Now you look at here. This code is written. Code is visible. Let me make it bigger screen. Visible. Visible, no? Look at here. Head is open somewhere. Head is closed somewhere. What we can say? Dependent or independent? Dependent. Open and close means no doubt. Independent only. Okay. Title open and close. Dependent. HTML is open in the beginning and closing in the last. Dependent. Look at the body open and close. Dependent. Paragraph H1 is open and close. Dependent. P tag open close. Dependent. Look right side in the output. H1 is printing in one line, correct? And the paragraph is printing in the new line. What is our formula? If the tag will print in the same line, it's called as a inline. If the tag print the output in the new line, it's called as a block, correct? So H1 and paragraph both are inline or block. H1 and paragraph both are printing in the new line. Both are called as a block level tag. Okay. When you are writing the code, you saw open and close means dependent, correct? Open close dependent. When the output came, you come to know it's called as a block level or inline, right? Let me go here. Now suppose H1 is open and by mistake developer forget to close it. H1 was open and it was closed also, and by mistake developer forget to close it. What will happen now? Paragraph will become the part of H1, correct or not? The output was supposed to be different of paragraph, but now output will be different. Reason is what? You mismatch, correct? You have not closed the dependent tag. H1 is open still, it's not closed, right? Let me run it and show you. See, earlier paragraph was small, now how big is coming? It's coming bigger or not? So it has a value or not? Dependent, independent. If the tag will not close, the problem will come or not? Problem will come. You see here, no, H1 is not closed, what happened? Paragraph also becomes the part of H1, right? So we will close this. We will come to our page. We'll create our own example. There we will understand, okay? That was just ready-made code. You saw that. Just to quick remember. 6 point to remember and open anyone code. I'm saying. Open any website, not any one code only. Open any website, okay? Go to the website. If suppose someone is your friend is writing the code, you don't know what is writing, okay? But at least once he writing the code of HTML, CSS, you can tell him, oh, your tag is open and close here. It is called dependent tag. Okay. Or suppose someone have written HTML 10-20 line of code, right? And he want to know, okay, tell me something about this code. You don't know what purpose he is written, but at least you can say, no, this tag is open here, close here. This becomes a dependent. This tag is coming in the one line. This tag is going to the name line. Becomes a what? Block level tag. Main fundamental. Search on YouTube. You can't find, okay, the complete, the step by step what you understood now. This is completely bottom of HTML, where HTML start. Ground knowledge of HTML, from where HTML start. I have not given the theory who wrote the HTML. I have given the example why you will use the HTML, right? What you have written inside, you have written what is inside HTML, correct? Why you are going to use the CSS, correct? What you will take from HTML and what you will take from the CSS, correct? When suppose that website, this website is open, this button is coming blue color, green color. Button will be there from HTML, but the color is green with the help of CSS, correct? This is the page. One block is coming in the left, one block is coming in the right. Yes, it is HTML only, but two block is divided using the CSS. Okay, right. Go to our website also. Here, anywhere, right? Here you can say this is coming in the sky blue. This is coming in the orange. Yes, both are H2 only. Both are H1 only. But one is coming in the sky blue, another one is coming in the yellow. Which is playing the role? CSS is playing the role. HTML is there. Without HTML, CSS cannot. But HTML will take the place and CSS will beautify the place. So HTML will create the structure and CSS will beautify the structure. Okay. Okay. Both are important. What is time now? 8:20. Quickly, I'll create example, one file, and in that you will answer automatically. Just hold on. 5 minutes it will get. From next class onwards, system is required. I will guide you folder creation, file creation, how to run entire in HTML. Suppose this W3 files I have opened, W3 file I have opened. In that is a start from doc type. Why we need to write it? What will happen if you not write HTML? Right, line by line we'll explain it. I will write definition, theory. This file I'll save something anywhere. Okay, see the file. Let me write here. Randomly, I'm creating this file just to prove that what 6 points we have written really it's valid. We will use the VS Code editor. This editor I am using only today. This is called HTML open and HTML close. Okay. As per the theory, HTML or any tag, whichever the tag we have, if the tag is open separate and close separate, it is called a dependent tag, right? Next, this HTML will divide into two sections. First will be called as a head and second will be called as a okay. Head section is for the library purpose. Under the head section, we are going to do entire your marketing related, digital marketing related, library integration, your website tracking, each and everything will come where? Under the head section. Body is the place where you are going to display all the information to user. Whatever the information you want to produce in front of user, everything will come under the right. Now inside the body, you have to use the tags. The tags is of two types. One is called input, another one is called correct. If you want to take the input from user, you have to use the input tag here. If you want to display some output to the user, you have to use the output tag, right? But the parent container is which one? Body tag, right? Body is also open close. It is called a dependent tag. Head is also open close. Is called a dependent tag. Okay. By mistake, suppose head is open and forget to close. What will happen? Document structure will be destructured document here. Document structure become complete destructured document. Correct? Your page is not going to execute at all. Clear? So this is compulsory part. We are spending the time, right? Important part because of that. Let's go next. Inside this, I will write some few tags randomly. Suppose H1 we saw in W3 also. I wrote also H1. I wrote College of Bangalore. And again, one more time I'll write H1 only, where I'll write Mumbai. While writing the tag, you come to know open close is there, means is a dependent. When we run the page, then we'll come to know it is block or inline. If inline means Bangalore, Mumbai will come in the same line. If it is the inline, then it will come in the same line. If the block, then where it will go? It will go to the new line, correct? Look at here now. I'll save it and run it quickly. There is the option. Where, run it. See, both are printing the new line. After Bangalore, there is a lot of space here. Mumbai can fit here easily, right? Mumbai can fit here no easily after Bangalore, but Bangalore will not allow to fit there because it is the behavior of the tag, right? You will sit in middle chair, you will put your bag in the left chair, and you will put your helmet in the right chair. Now someone will come, they will see the chair is full occupied. Where he will go? He will go to the next row. That is the meaning of H1. H1 says like, I have less content, but entire area belongs to me. From beginning to last is mine. No one can come here. That is a default behavior. Next H1 will come. Next H1 will say, mine behavior is also same. I can't fit here. I will go to the new line. That is called what? Behavior of the tags. Okay. CSS will come. CSS will say, you need 300 pixel. Compress yourself. Change the behavior. Be in 300 only. Release the remaining space. That will come as what? Converted from block to inline. Okay. So let's see. So this two line you saw, it is called as a dependent as well as block. Now I will write another two tag. Let's see here. Label line. In this I'll write something called HTML and one more label only I'll write again. Label where I'll write college CSS. So while writing the code, are you able to find the difference in the tags? All are open close. Correct? All are open close or no? Once we go in the browser, then we'll come to know what is the behavior of which one. Right? Let me go to the browser now. You can see here. So I have not saved it, I guess. Yeah. Look at here. HTML and CSS both are coming in the same line. So what it represent? Inline or block? Definitely inline. Inline tags are those tags that try to print the statement in the same line till end of the window. If the window will be end, then it will go to the new line. Block label tag says like, I have less content, more content, no matter, I need full width. And it will take how much? Full area. It will not allow anyone else to come in the same line. Now these both are input or output?
Output.
Correct? It's output only, no? Let's go to the code. I will write two more tag again. Okay? That tag will be the input tag. Let me write here. Input type equal to simple called text. Okay? Another one I'll write input type equal to number. Two types are written. One is the string type, another one is called number type. Let me write here called name, and another place I'll write here called mobile number. Okay. Now you see, are you able to find anything in this? Structure wise, label is open close, H1 is open close. About this one, open close together, no? It's called self closing tag, right? Open and close together, then it's separate. It's called self closing. But when we go to the browser, here the structure is different. Label and text box and number structure is different. When we go to the browser, then we'll come to know whether the behavior is same or what. Okay, let me come to the browser now. You see here, HTML, CSS in the same line, and both input box also appear in the same line. Now what you can say, behavior is same or different? Label is the output tag, belong to different category. It was open and close. Input is different category. It was only open. But when we look into the behavior is same. Both are printing in the same. First one will say, give me the alphanumeric, anything I'll take. Second one will say, no, I cannot take a string. I can take only number. Type of inputs are different. So these two become as a input tag, and these two become as a output tag. When you look into the browser, so what was our point? Type of tag, input and output. Where we enter something, call it input tag. Where we display something, call it a output tag. Behavior wise, if it print in the new line, block level tag. If print in the same line, inline tag. Correct? So these two are printing in the same line, block level tag. These all are printing in the same line, inline tag. Correct? A structure point of view, if the tag is open and closed, dependent. If the tag is only open, independent. If you understood this much, next you need to remember which tag is for what purpose. Okay, next after that we need to remember which tag is for what purpose. Open any page, guarantee open any page, go to their view source. You will find entire tag whichever we have available in HTML, all will follow this rule regulation. Whether a fresher write the code or a 30-year experienced person write the code, everyone will follow this rule regulation. Guarantee. Okay. So this 6 point is important, and everyone know, whoever write the code, yes, they will not explain you this is called dependent or independent. But when you look into the code and start splitting, you will come to know he is a fresher, he is also following the same formula. He is a 30-year experience, he is also following the same formula. Okay. Next class we will meet on Monday. System is required. These classes are Monday to Friday. First month Monday to Friday, second month also Monday to Friday, third month we have Monday to Monday, and fourth month also Monday to Monday. Okay. So for the front end people, third month will be end. For the back end people, fourth month will also continue as usual. System you carry, if you have a laptop. If you don't have laptop, you can use our laptop during the class time. We have system here. But if you have your own, bring it and install this editor. VS Code editor, download and install VS Code editor. Download and install VS Code editor. Okay. Keep it little priority before joining the class. Let it install. What is the benefit is, like once we join in the class, then we will follow all together. I'll guide everyone. folder structure, creation folder, file structure. Like we'll start from the very zero line where you need to start it. So if you follow guideline, it will be helpful for you, plus helpful for everyone. Many people will be together, everyone should understand. So install it. This editor we will be using from beginning to last. Industry wise also you are going to use the same editor, VS Code editor. Which editor you are using? Not this one. Which one? Service, okay. Right. So this editor is the, like you can say, well demanded in the industry. Every company uses the similar editor, same editor. Some places the backend developer will use some other editor like Eclipse and all, but front-end editor, front-end developer will use this. VS Code. Zoom link will be same. If you are coming here, you can come directly. If you are joining online, you can use the Zoom link and then it will be. Okay, thank you. Hope you will remember that till Monday.
Hello, sir.
Tell me, sir.
Sir, this one tags, sir, but it is showing lots of tags, sir. Wait to how many tags we have to learn, sir?
Come again.
How much of tags we have to learn, sir?
You attend my
In
classes,
W3
so you
schools,
will
it
learn
is
all the
showing
tags.
lots of tags.
You attend my classes. Problem is you will
Okay.
leave in between after 5 days again. You have learned till where?
Yes, sir.
Pieces, and you are asking today where to learn the tags. Brother, the formula I have given you, it is not only for few tags. In market, whichever the tags are available, no, all the tags follow these rules. This rule regulation I have taken from the parent of HTML, that is called SGML, Standardized Generalized Markup Language. They have given this rule regulation saying like HTML need to follow this rule regulation. Okay. Okay. Attend classes, you will come to know.
Okay.